Hello and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. A fresh attempt to introduce compulsory sex education into primary schools has been defeated in the House of Lords this week. The last-minute amendment to the Children and Families Bill had been tabled by Labour peers Baroness Jones and Baroness Hughes, despite a similar call having been rejected earlier in the bill's passage. The proposal, which would have affected all state-funded primary schools in England and Wales, was defeated by 209 votes to 142. The government also announced it had emailed head teachers saying, all schools must publish their school curriculum by subject and academic year, including their provision of personal, social, health and economic education. Colin Hart of the Christian Institute welcomed the move, adding, it would be ideal if parents could actually see online a copy of the materials themselves. The potential threat of a parental backlash would help block the use of inappropriate materials. Boris Johnson is to be investigated over whether he banned a Christian charities advert for political gain. The Court of Appeal has asked for the Mayor of London's actions to be looked into following new evidence of email exchanges suggesting Johnson may have acted for an improper purpose. The issue started after homosexual lobby group Stonewall ran an ad campaign on London buses saying, "Some people are gay, get over it." Core Issues Trust, a Christian ministry which supports those with homosexual issues who voluntarily seek change in sexual preference, responded by placing bus adverts of their own, stating, "Not gay, ex-gay, post-gay and proud, get over it." But their ad campaign came at a sensitive time for the Conservative Party, and Master of the Rolls Lord Dyson says that fresh evidence unequivocally states that the Mayor instructed Transport for London to pull the advertisement ahead of upcoming mayoral elections. Andrea Williams of the Christian Legal Centre, which supports the Trust, said, "In a mature democracy, both sides of a debate should be heard, but it seems that Boris Johnson, Transport for London and Stonewall are intent to shut down the Christian side of the debate by fair means or foul." Church of England bishops have met to discuss a report which recommends marking same-sex relationships in special church services. The report, which was compiled under the chairmanship of Sir Joseph Pilling, was a review of the Church's position and teaching on human sexuality. Following its release last November, the Pilling report, as it's known, came in for some heavy criticism. The Church of England Evangelical Council said the recommendation on gay unions was a surface sign that there are deeper and more serious flaws in the report as a whole. But a statement released after this week's bishops' meeting said, "We recognise that we will not all agree and that this process is in part committed to seeking good disagreement." It also acknowledged that there had been very significant change in social attitudes to sexuality, but added that no change to the Church of England's teaching on marriage is proposed or envisaged. Peers have decided not to insist on changes to the government's lobbying bill, which would have eased spending restrictions on pre-election campaigning. The bill, which many believe will curb political debate in the run-up to a general election, will include tight financial restrictions on the activities of charities, volunteer groups and Christian organisations engaging with political issues. Lord Harris, who tabled the amendments, said the government is inflicting unnecessary and unenforceable regulation on campaigning groups who now play such a key role in keeping our democracy alive. The government has, however, reduced the regulatory period for the spending limits from 1 year to 7.5 months for the 2015 general election and said it will review the rules following the next election. The Disney Channel has come under fire after featuring a lesbian couple for the first time in one of its family shows. During a recent episode of Good Luck Charlie, a child and her two mothers arrive at the main character Charlie's house to play. When Disney originally announced the storyline last year, they said it was developed to be relevant to kids and families around the world and to reflect themes of diversity and inclusiveness. But 1 Million Moms, an organisation which campaigns against the exploitation of children by the entertainment media, say, Disney has decided to be politically correct instead of providing family-friendly programming. Disney should stick to entertaining, not pushing an agenda. The campaign group has called on its members to contact one of the programme's sponsors, asking them to end their endorsement of the show. A new and more ethical way of making stem cells that can transform into any type of tissue is being heralded as a major scientific breakthrough. The discovery made by medical research scientists at the Riken lab in Japan involves producing the stem cells simply by placing white blood cells into a mild acid solution. The potential of the new process has so far been demonstrated on mice, and if it can be repeated in human tissue, could lead to cheap and simple ways to make patient-matched stem cells for repairing damaged or diseased organs. Lead scientist Hercule Poirot said, "It's exciting to think about the new possibilities these findings offer us, not only in regenerative medicine, but cancer as well." Professor Chris Mason, a stem cell expert at University College London, commented, "If it works in man, this could be the game changer that ultimately makes a wide range of cell therapies available using the patient's own cells." And Dr. Peter Saunders of the Christian Medical Fellowship also welcomed the news, saying, "It takes us one further large step closer to an ethical alternative to using embryonic stem cells, which involve the destruction of an embryo." And finally, a new audio recording of the Bible is to be released at Easter. Christian actor David Suchet, best known for playing TV detective Hercule Poirot, has recorded the entire NIV Bible. The 78-hour reading will be the first full-length audio Bible spoken by a British actor. Suchet says that after becoming a Christian, he wanted to use his gifts to share his faith.
For many, many years, felt that I wanted to put my voice to the Bible. Not only bits of the Bible, but the whole thing. It will, for me, fulfill what I suppose is a 27-year ambition. It's my prayer that everybody hearing my reading will find the same things, that it will be fresh, and they will think, as I think when I'm reading it, gosh, this is fantastic. Come, all you who are thirsty, come to the waters, and you who have no money, come, buy and eat.
Well, that's all for this week. For more information and regular updates on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.